5 games down, 1 to go. Welcome to Petco Park, everybody, for the 6th and final edition of the CIF San Diego section. High school baseball games at Petco Park, hosted by the Padres. Welcome inside the Jerry Coleman Broadcasting Center. Jonathan Rifkin on hand with you for all 6 of the games, and here in the finale, we have a good one. It's the Calexico Bulldogs taking on the Central Union Spartans, both teams out of the Imperial Valley League, and they will play host in a league game here at Petco Park at 4:10 in the afternoon in our 6th and final game of the day, or of the series, if you will. 3 games today, 3 last night. We've had 3 straight walk-offs. Central Union is the designated home team. I'm sure they'd prefer to be in a position where they don't have to walk off. But who knows? A lot of magic here at Petco as the first pitches are being thrown out by the respective sides. And Calexico will get things started off on offense. Their lineup is as follows. Jonathan Mercado, the DH, will lead things off. Angel Hernandez batting behind him, playing short. Ruben Sandoval's in the 3-hole catching. Cleaning up and pitching, Sinbad Apodaca for Calexico. Out behind him is Juan Perez. He's playing center. The third baseman, Aiden Reyes, will bat 6. The final 3, Nick Navarro out in right, Aaron Plazola out in left, and Jose Sanchez at second base. On the mound for Calexico will be Sinbad Apodaca. We'll talk more about him in the bottom half of the first. Central Union will be throwing Andres Coros, the really good righty. A crucial win here for both these teams trying to stay alive in the Imperial Valley League. Coming into today, Calexico is 3-8 on the season, this being game number 12 for them and game number 16 for Central Union. And they come into today at 2-13. This will be the first of a home and home against the two teams. They'll head over to Calexico to face in the back end of the home and home on the 11th. That'll be the second of the 2-game series.
3-2. Final totals for the Padres: 1 run, 6 hits.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Petco Park. Jonathan Rifkin on hand with you for our 6th and final game, the 3rd and final game of the day here on a Saturday. Beautiful afternoon for some baseball from the Mecca of Major League Baseball Parks, Petco, as Central Union plays host to Calexico in an Imperial Valley League matchup here in central downtown San Diego. As we get set for both teams to take the field, we want to take an opportunity to thank our presenting sponsor, Mission Fed. Mission Fed Credit Union is a proud partner of the CIF San Diego section. They're also San Diego's largest member-owned non-for-profit financial full-service institution exclusively serving San Diego County. Banking at Mission Fed means doing good for San Diego by putting money back into the communities through supporting and helping hundreds of local nonprofit organizations. Thank you to Mission Fed for supporting each and every Prep Insider broadcast. Well, the final game of the day is an Imperial Valley matchup. Calexico taking on Central Union. Central Union will have Andres Coros on the rubber here as he warms up. They're in their gray uniforms with white pinstripes, blue numbers and letters on the front and back, white pants. The Calexico Bulldogs are in their maroon reds with gray pants, white letters and numbers on the front and back, most with a black helmet, some with white stirrup socks as well. The first of 2 matchups between these two teams. As I mentioned, they'll finish up at Calexico on Tuesday. So far today, we've seen 2 walk-offs. In 5 games, yesterday Torrey Pines won game 1 against Sage Creek 7-2. In game 2, it was a shutout for Patrick Henry. They won 8-0 against the Bishops. Last night, though, it was a barn burner, 4-4 going into the bottom of the 7th inning between Patrick Henry and Mira Mesa, and Patrick Henry able to walk off in the bottom of the 7th to win 1-0. And the opening game here on Saturday morning, another barn burner. It was a 0-0 score going into the 7th inning between the Pacific Ridge Firebirds and the Rock Academy Warriors. The Firebirds walked off. And then a game ago, a game that concluded close to 3:40, the Scripps Ranch Falcons walked off against the Point Loma Pointers. Will we see another walk-off here today? 3 straight on the day, and then 4 going back to last night. And we are ready to go here. In the third and final game from Petco Park. Curo's ready. Mercado in the right-handed batter's box. The first pitch taken over the heart of the plate for strike 1. First pitch time, 4:12 here at Petco Park. A bit of a late start due to the previous game going into extra innings. 65 degrees and a slight breeze going out to right center field. The 0-1 fired in there, missing lone away, evens the count here. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jonathan Mercado. Mercado, Hernandez, and Sandoval. The 1-2-3 up here for the Bulldogs in the top of the first inning. Coros Pearson fires the 1-1. Up and on the hands, taken for ball 2. Both teams struggling a bit coming into the latter part of the season, fighting for relevancy in the Imperial Valley League, and what better way to do or to get back on track than with the win here at Petco. The 2-1 in from Coros is a half-hearted wave. Ball is popped up down the first base dugout, but it will sky out of play. Even the count here to Mercado, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jonathan Mercado incredibly quick on the base paths. And a hot bat at the leadoff spot here for the Bulldogs. Coros trying to retire him. A 2-2 count for the righty on the mound as he delivers to the righty in the batter's box. A 2-2 fastball. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Coros begins action here in the top of the first, getting Mercado out, looking. First strikeout on the day for Coros. He has a 2-to-1 ratio, 24-12 now on the season in strikeout to walks, and that'll bring up Angel Hernandez, playing short in today's game with 1 away. Here's the field for Central Union. Elijah Perez in right, Skylar Cook in center, and Ralph Solano in left. I'll give you the infield here in a moment. The first pitch upstairs, ball 1 to Hernandez. Brian Martin is the first baseman. Dominic Diaz occupies second. Over at third is Jesus de la Cruz. Angel Ortiz at short. Behind the dish is Alex Monroy. And on the mound is Coros as he fires the 1-0 upstairs, ball 2, get eye by Angel Hernandez. Mercado sent down looking to open up the game here. First pitch time was 4:12. The early game, we were greeted by coastal fog for much of it. That dissipated for the second game, and here a lovely late afternoon as the 2-0 is taken to third. De La Cruz, the backhand, but the throw is off the bag, and Hernandez should be on with an infield single here with 1 away in the top of the first inning. And indeed, it is scored a single. The speedy Hernandez able to bury that ball towards the third base bag, and De La Cruz had to play into foul territory to make a play on it. And in a natural throw, the first allowed Hernandez safely over. Ruben Sandoval now steps in here. Middle infield and double play depth. Diaz at second, Ortiz at short. Runner goes, pitches high for a ball. The throw is not in time. And Hernandez swipes second, eliminating the double play threat. Calexico has a runner in scoring position now with 1 away and no score in the top of the first inning. And it's a 1-0 count to Sandoval. One ball, no strikes here. Coros checking the runner at second. Rocks fires the 1-0. Bunt is down, but it strolls down the third baseline and fouled to even the count here to Sandoval. 1's across the board now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Runner on second here in the top of the first inning for the Bulldogs. The first time Calexico has been to Petco Park This being the 10th rendition of high school baseball hosted by the Padres. Hernandez takes 2.5 steps off of second. Bunt is down, popped back out of play for strike 2 here to Sandoval. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away, 1 on here. And Coros, 11 pitches in, 6 strikes, 5 balls. Somewhat consistent from the rubber. This is his 5th appearance of the season. And just a prime opportunity to show off his stuff here in front of a crowd. I would say about 100. The 1-2 missing up and in for ball 2. Good take by Sandoval. Largest crowd, I would say, was the previous game between Scripps Ranch and Point Loma. Everybody, of course, adhering to social distance protocols. They are staggered throughout the stadium. Just a wonderful production they do here at Petco Park. The 2-2 bounces to the plate, and they call a balk. They called a balk. That's the second balk we've had here at Petco going back to yesterday. Angel Hernandez strides over to third on the balk, and if you're Coros, you can't do that because free base runners. The opening run, 90 feet away, 3-2 count to Sandoval. The payoff pitch here from Coros. Fastball upstairs, ball 3. And now we have a payoff pitch situation. Hernandez 90 feet away from scoring. All he would need is a high fly ball. Sinbad Apodaca, the cleanup batter, waiting on deck with 1 away. Payoff pitch here from Coros. A fastball bouncing in the dirt away for ball 4. Sandoval draws a 6-pitch walk. Runners at the corners now for Calexico. Only 1 out. Jonathan Mercado struck out looking to open the game. Sinbad Apodaca now stepping in, batting cleanup, also starting for Calexico, against Central Union. And he has a prime opportunity to help himself because when he takes the mound in the bottom of the first, he'd love nothing more than to see his team up by 1 or more. And why not be the one to give yourself that opportunity? First pitch to him is high. Runner goes. Throw to second is in time, but coming in from third and scoring is Hernandez on the double steal. And it's 1-0 Bulldogs here in the top of the first inning. Tough decision by Alex Monroy to throw down to second with a runner at third. He got the runner out, Ruben Sandoval, but Angel Hernandez capitalized. 2 away now for Apodaca. 1-0 count. Skies the 1-0 pitch to right field. Perez is there. He makes the catch for out number 3. 1 run, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. What a way for Calexico to take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. To the bottom of the first we go. It'll be Central Union's turn on the offensive side. When we return, I'll give you their top 9 and the field for Calexico. You're listening to the Prep Insiders CIF San Diego section. Baseball game of the day brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union and State Farm. 1-0. Calexico leads Central Union. Back for more from Petco in a moment.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Petco, bottom of the first inning upon us in the third and final game of the day. 1-0 Calexico struck first. Angel Hernandez singled over to first, came around to score after a throw to second allowed him on a double steal to score. Now it'll be Central Union's turn. Their order looks as follows. Elijah Perez will lead things off. Angel Ortiz behind him. Moise Aguilara in the 3-hole. Cleaning up for the Spartans, Brian Martin. Jesus De La Cruz batting behind him. In the 6th spot, Skylar Cook. The final 3, Dominic Diaz, Alex Monroy, and Ralph Solano round out the Spartans' order. Sinbad Apodaca will be on the mound here for Calexico. The field here for the Bulldogs looks as follows. In right field, Nick Navarro. Juan Perez in center. Aaron Plazola out and left. Eric Corino over at first. Jose Sanchez occupies second. Angel Hernandez playing short today. Aiden Reyes at third. Behind the dish is Ruben Sandoval, and Apodaca on the mound. Elijah Perez ready to go in the left-handed batter's box will lead off the Central Union half of the first inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Bulldogs in the top of the first. Apodaca righty toes the rubber and fires in the first pitch of the bottom of the first. Fastball misses upstairs. Perez takes for ball 1. 1-0 the count to the leadoff batter, Elijah Perez. Apodaca working quickly, fires in the 1-0, misses in the same spot. Another fastball slapping into the glove of Sandoval, but missing for ball 2. Central Union and Calexico both very dominant across the Imperial Valley. Of course, Central Union, one of the perennial football teams. The 2-0 pitch taken on the inside corner, called a strike, though. 2 balls and a strike. Of course, Brawley and Central Union consistently represent the Imperial Valley in the upper football ranks. Baseball not too shabby either. The 2-1 in on the hands. Perez has to turn away from it for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4 drawn, low and away. And the leadoff batter here for the Central Union Spartans is on Elijah Perez via a 5-pitch walk. Runner at first for Angel Ortiz, the speedy shortstop. We'll see if he tries to bunt. The corners are playing in, especially Aiden Reyes over at third. He does not want to give Angel Ortiz any opportunity. First pitch taken at the knees for strike 1. Perez about 2.5 steps off of first, danced towards the middle of the base paths, but quickly returned over to first. No balls and a strike here to Ortiz. Apodaca checks the runner at first and fires in the 0-1. Runner goes, pitches high, and the throw will not be made. Perez is in the second without a throw and a stolen base for him today. 1 ball, 1 strike, runner in scoring position for Central Union. They trail 1-0 to Calexico. So the go-ahead, or the game-tying run rather, here in the bottom of the first, over at second. The 1-1 from Apodaca. Popped up, shallow, left field out of shortstop Hernandez. Toes that outfield grass and makes the catch for out number 1. Perez stays put over at second base. 1-0, Calexico leads Central Union here in the bottom of the first inning. The Spartans, though, have a runner on second and 1 away. Moise Aguilara, the third batter here of the lineup for the Central Union Spartans, steps in as the DH. Runner on second, 1 away. First pitch from Apodaca misses up and inside for ball 1. Moises Aguilar, hot bat, has 8 RBI. That leads the team. The 1-0. He takes a big rip but cuts it back off the screen, and that foul ball evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away here and 1 on in a 1-0 ball game. How about that? And Apodaca working meticulously here with that 1-0 lead to keep it intact. The 1-1 in from the pitcher. Off speeder, just missing the bottom of the strike zone. Good take by Aguilara. Brings the count to 2-1. Not an easy take because that curveball has so much topspin. It starts up at the top of the zone. Aguilara, though, had faith that it would drop too low, and it did. The 2-1 in from Apodaca. Fastball at the letters, but too high, ball 3. 11 pitches for Apodaca here in his third batter faced. He has a 3-1 count in this at-bat. 7 balls, 4 strikes, 11 total pitches. Perez at second. 1 away here for Aguilar. The 3-1 fastball taken to right center field. It's down. Rounding third, being waved on home is Perez. Juan Perez in center makes the throw in. 1 run comes around the score, and Aguilar is at second with an RBI double. We are all knotted up at 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. RBI double from Moises Aguilara. And look at that, a 1-1 score for the cleanup batter, Brian Martin, the lefty, and a slugger. Takes a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. You do not want to give Brian Martin anything to hit, and Apodaca knows that. Runner on second, 1 away, 1 around, 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the first. I sense a motif with ones as the 0-1 pitch is fouled back for strike 2. Apodaca has utilized his fastball curveball combination here in the opening inning. But Central Union has been able to get a handle on it. He fires in the 0-2, a fastball, dribbled to first. Corino is there. He loses the ball, and safely over at first is Martin. Advancing to third goes Aguilera. And that should be an error on the first baseman, Eric Corino. We are awaiting the official score, and it is an E3. Has runners at the corners with only one out here in a 1-1 ball game, as Jesus De La Cruz will step in now. De La Cruz playing third base in a prime spot here to give his team the lead. Takes a first pitch strike, belt high over the heart of the plate for strike one. One run, one hit, and one error for the Bulldogs. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Spartans here in the bottom of the first inning. Aguilar at third, Martin at first. De La Cruz chops one to second, moving to his left is Sanchez. He takes the out over to first, but coming in and scoring on the play is Aguilara, and De La Cruz gets the job done. Well, actually, hold on. They're telling the base runner to go back to third. And I believe they're calling a catcher's interference. So a catcher's interference as the bat hit the glove of Sandoval awards Brian Martin first base. So I believe that the error no longer matters. Bases are loaded here for for Skylar Cook, and he singles into right. 1 run comes around to score. And now a pickle between third and home. And the ball hits off his back, and he's safe! 3-1, Spartans lead. What a play! Brian Martin got caught in between third and home. The throw home hit him in the back. It ricocheted off his left deltoid, out of position, and he was able to slide home, and he's safe. Oh me, oh my. 3-1, Spartans lead now. On the 2 RBI single by Skylar Cook. Brian Martin scored on the error, so 2 of the 3 runs are earned. And only 1 hit now, and then a pickoff attempt, nothing doing. Dominique Diaz stepping in now. 3 runs, 1 hit for the Spartans. 1 run, 1 hit. Actually should be 2 hits for the Spartans. And 1 error for the Bulldogs. The 1-0 pitch paints the outside corner. Strike 1 to Dominique Diaz. So over at second is Skylar Cook. 2 RBI single. One pitch, a big hack and a miss for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes here for Apodaca. 3 runs around in the bottom of the first for the Spartans. The 1-2, big swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 stranded on base. 3-1. Central Union leans Calexico. We head to the top of the second. Back for more from Petco in a moment. You're listening to the Prep Insider, CIF San Diego section baseball game of the day, brought to you by State Farm.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Petco, 3-1 score. Spartans up over the Bulldogs. And the 6th and final game of a 2-day stretch here at Petco Park, where 6 high school teams, or rather 12 high school teams, play 6 games from all across the San Diego section. It started off with Torrey Pines and Sage Creek yesterday. The following game, we saw Patrick Henry take on Bishops. Francis Parker last night in the nightcap beat Mira Mesa earlier today in the morning. It was Pacific Ridge taking down the Rock Academy in the middle afternoon game here today at 1 o'clock. Scripps Ranch beat Point Loma. And now the late afternoon game. 3-1, Central Union Spartans lead Calexico. As we head to the top of the second inning, Calexico has Juan Perez in the 5 spot, Aiden Reyes and Nick Navarro due up here against Andres Coros. And Juan Perez will kick things off here for Calexico. Both teams looking to build some momentum as we head towards the back end of the baseball season. First pitch to Perez is a chopper to second. Diaz runs in on the infield grass, whips it over to Martin at first. Out number 1 is recorded on one pitch here in the top of the second inning. Aiden Reyes now stepping in. And Cora's ready to go. Rocks and fires the 0-0 pitch. Fastball missing outside, ball 1. Good take by Reyes. Playing third base in today's game, has 1 out on the board. 1 out here in the top of the second. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 error for the Bulldogs. 3 runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Spartans. 1-0 pitch taken at the belt for strike 1, a fastball by Andres Coros. 3-1, Central Union leads the Bulldogs here in the top of the second inning at Petco Park. Coros working quickly here on the mound, delivers the 1-1. And Reyes watches the curveball bounce in the left-handed batter's box for ball 2. The Bulldogs were able to strike first back in the top of the first inning. Angel Hernandez came in and scored. But that was it for Calexico. Central Union was able to pick up 3 runs in their half of the first. The 2-1 through the glove of Ortiz at short and into center field for a single. Aiden Reyes hit a comebacker. Ortiz couldn't get in front of it. And that's a 1-out base knock here for Aiden Reyes. Nick Navarro now digs in here with 1 on and 1 away in the top of the second inning. Navarro, the right fielder. Aaron Plazola waiting on deck. Jose Sanchez in the hole. Should we get that far? Middle infield ready for the double play. Jesus De La Cruz at third playing in on the line. First pitch from Coros of the at-bat misses upstairs for ball 1. Navarro takes it. Perez ground out to second to lead off the second. Aiden Reyes singled. And Navarro looking to string together a few hits here for the Bulldogs. 1-0 pitch misses low, run goes, throw is in time. No, he dropped the baseball. The throw was in time. But Angel Ortiz, rather Dominic Diaz, the second baseman, dropped the baseball. And so Aiden Reyes swipes second. Runner in scoring position now with only 1 out. And what should be a 2-0 count here to Nick Navarro. It says 1-0 on the board, but that was pitch number 2 of the at-bat. Coros delivers, fastball fouled off towards the first base line. 2 balls and a strike now. Shadows growing longer at Petco here. Our day started at 10 o'clock. Game number 1. Take you all the way through the end of this one. 2-1 in from Coros. Up and in on the hands. Navarro takes it for ball 3. Three balls and a strike. Runner on second, 1 away here. Top of the second, 3-1 ball game. Bulldogs trailing. Looking to at least score Reyes from second and cut the lead to 1. Coros, though, trying to get out of the inning. The 2-1, a high fastball. Big swing and a miss. Navarro now facing a full count. It's actually 3-2, not 2-2, my mistake. And a payoff pitch here for Coros. The righty toes the rubber. Pearson fires the payoff pitch. High fastball, cut and a miss, strike 3. Navarro waved at a fastball, missed all of it. Second strikeout of the day for Coros, puts out number 2 on the board. Reyes stays put at second. Aaron Plazola now digs in here, the left fielder. Will try and keep the inning alive for the Bulldogs. Coros toes the rubber and checks second. Rocks and fires the 0-0 pitch. Bounces in the dirt. Monroy able to get in front of it. Reyes stays put at second. 1 run, 2 hits, an error for the Bulldogs. 3 runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Spartans. The beneficiary of some choppy fielding for the Bulldogs back in the bottom of the first. 1-0 pitch. Too high for ball 2. Plazola with a good eye there. Dimensions here at Petco. 336 down the left field. Foul pole. 343 to straightaway left. 405 to dead center. 396 to right center. 2-0 pitch missing upstairs for ball 3. And 322 down the right field line. The shortest part of the ballpark, but only 4 home runs have ever been hit by high school baseball players in this event in the 10 years they've been doing this at Petco. We were very close to seeing a few yesterday. Unfortunately, though, all those hit the wall. The 3-0 pitch missing outside. Ball 4. Plazola draws a 4-pitch walk. And that brings runners at first and second here for the Bulldogs with 2 away. And Jose Sanchez in the 9 spot stepping in. First pitch to Sanchez. Able to catch the bottom right corner for strike 1. Reyes at second. Plazola at first. 2 away here in the top of the second. Koros delivers. A reacher into shallow center field, and it drops down for a bloop single. Rounding third, coming home is Reyes. Sliding into third is Plazola. And the Bulldogs are able to cut the lead to 1. It's 3-2, courtesy of the RBI single by Jose Sanchez. Plazola turns on the Jets, goes from first to third. Sanchez at first picks up a big RBI. Game-tying run now 90 feet away at third. Jonathan Mercado back in there as the lineup turns over for the Bulldogs. He recorded the first out of the ball game, striking out looking back in the first inning. Koros trying to get out of the jam. The first pitch, strike on the outside corner, taken. 0-1 the count to Mercado. But 2 away, a very important out here for Koros. Trying to limit the damage to 1 run. The 0-1 pitch, though, an off-speeder missing upstairs to even the count here to Mercado. Mercado really fast, had a full count back in the first inning. Thought he drew a walk, instead watched a strike go by him to send him back to the bench. The 1-1 here from Koros. He fires, runner goes. The throw to second is not in time, and advancing from third home on the throws, Plazola, and it's a 3-3 ball game. Poor decision making from Alex Monroy behind the dish with 2 away to throw to second. The double steal works to effect. Sanchez at second. Plazola scores 3-3 ball game here with 2 away and a 2-1 count to Jonathan Mercado. Foul tips the fastball off the screen. Evens the count here. 2's across the board now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. In a 3-3 ball game. We've had 3 straight walk-offs going back to last night here at Petco. I'm not saying we're going to have a walk-off, but everything is certainly close. The 2-2 is a curveball that just misses outside, and the count's full now to Mercado. Step and a half lead for Sanchez off of second, dancing now on the base paths. The payoff pitch, a fastball, bounces in the dirt, gets away from Monroy on the pass ball. Sanchez advances to third, and Mercado draws his walk in 6 pitches. He's over at first now. Runners at the corners, 2 away, 2 around in the inning here for the Bulldogs in the top of the second. And Angel Hernandez, who singled back in the first, came around to score that lone run for the Bulldogs in the first inning, steps in. He swiped first, second, and third, and watches a fastball outside for ball 1. Second base is open. We'll see here if Mercado goes, because the last time that the Bulldogs tried to swipe, and now we're going to have a meeting on the mound. The last time the Bulldogs tried to swipe second, Monroy decided to make the throw. It was off the bag, and coming in scoring on the throw is Plazola, so you don't want to do that. It's better to give up the stolen base with 2 away than to try and get out of the inning, not get out of the inning, and give up a run. That's exactly what Monroy did. High risk, high reward. Unfortunately, though, right there, he was not rewarded, and the risk didn't pay off. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Bulldogs. They have runners at the corners. 3 runs, a hit, an error for the Spartans. Here in the top of the second inning. Meeting breaks on the mound, and we're back to baseball. At third, Sanchez. At first, Mercado. 1-0 count to Hernandez. Coros toes the rubber and checks at first. Fires the 1-0 pitch. Popped up to right field. In foul territory, it's going to drop out of first base. Martin made a really nice play on it, but couldn't get there. And that brings the count to 1-1 now to Hernandez. One, called a strike at the knees. And Mercado is going to take second base on the catcher's indifference because, again, I alluded to it earlier. They're probably going to send him and hope that Monroy throws. This time Monroy learned from his previous mistake this inning where he threw it a run scored. So there he just lets Mercado over to second. Runners on second and third, 2-1 count to Hernandez. 2 away here, top of the second. Curveball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. And the top of the second is mercilessly over. 2 runs, 2 hits, an error, and a pair stranded at the corners. 3 strikeouts on the game for Coros. And we're headed to the bottom of the second. Monroy, Solano, and Perez, 8, 9, and 1 hitters, due up when we return to Petco Park. Bottom of the second after a break. You're listening to the Prep Insider, CIF San Diego Section Baseball Game of the Day, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union and State Farm. 3-3 score. To the bottom of the second we go in a moment from Petco.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Petco, Apodaca ready to go for his second inning of work. And his offense was able to make up some ground in the top of the second, scoring 2 runs to tie things up. And now Central Union will look to try and string together a rally here and regain the lead. They were up 3-1 going into the second. But the top of the second saw 7 batters and 2 runs scored to tie things up at 3. It'll be Alex Monroy, the catcher, to begin things here in the bottom of the second in the 8-hole. The first pitch from Apodaca, right down Broadway, taken for strike 1, a fastball. Sinbad Apodaca in that first inning gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Rather, 3 runs. 2 were earned. No strikeouts, no walks. Deals another heater, the 0-1, cut on a miss by Monroy for strike 2. Apodaca has a very quick stretch. Toes the rubber, kicks and fires the 0-2. It's a curveball that never breaks down, and ball 1 is now on the board here for Alex Monroy. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Bulldogs. 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Spartans here. In the 30th minute of the game, the 1-2, a dribbler to second. Sanchez on the move is there, fires it over to Corino, and records out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. 4-3 put out. Retires Monroy. Ralph Solano now digs in. Solano playing left field. steps into the right-handed batter's box with one away here in a 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the second. First pitch from Apodaca. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Elijah Perez waiting on deck 0-for-0. He was hit by a pitch back in the first inning, came around to score the first of 3 runs for Central Union in the bottom of the first. Solana trying to get to him. The 0-1 is another half-hearted swing to second. Sanchez makes the routine play over to first for out number 2. Back-to-back 4-3 putouts have 2 outs up on the board here in the bottom of the second. And the order turns back over to Elijah Perez. The right fielder 0-for-0 today with a hit by a pitch, a run, and a stolen base to his day. I would say as far as 0-for-0 lines go, that's one of the more productive that you can have here through 2 innings of ball. The lefty steps in, the righty on the mound. Apodaca deals a curveball low and away for ball 1. 28 pitches in for Simbad Apodaca. 18 strikes, 10 balls. Pretty efficient to this point. Has yet to strike out a batter. The 1-0, though, did it hit the back of Perez? It did. So Perez has now been hit twice by Simbad. He strides over to first, and the Spartans have a 2-out base runner in the form of Elijah Perez as Angel Ortiz steps in now. Perez already has a stolen base. We'll see what 2 away if they decide to send the speedster. Ortiz popped out to short his first time up. The lefty digs in here. The righty on the mound ready. Apodaca deals. It's a grounder to Sanchez at second. He glides over the first, and the 4-3 putout ends the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Perez stranded on first after being hit by a pitch. No score here in the second inning. 3-3 scores. We head to the third from Petco. You're listening to the Prep Insider, CIF San Diego section baseball game of the day, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union and State Farm. 3-3 between Central Union and Calexico, the top of the third inning, when we return in a moment. Guerrero's back out there in the top of the third inning. 3-3 score from Petco. Welcome back, everybody. First pitch taken on the outside corner. Ball 1 to Ruben Sandoval. He'll lead off the Calexico top of the third here. Tied 3-3 with Central Union. Ruben Sandoval in the 3 spot. 0-for-0 today with a walk. Was stranded on second, though. Thereafter, Guerrero's back on the mound. Deals the 0-1. A fastball painting the outside corner. Called strike 2, and quickly a 0-2 count here. Ruben Sandoval has to work his way back. 45 pitches for Coros now. 22 strikes, 23 balls. Does have 3 strikeouts. Has given up 3 runs as well. Delivers the 0-2. A foul tip on the tie-up, and we'll do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Bulldogs. 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Spartans. Here in the top of the third inning. They're trying to figure out the scoreboard because they haven't been able to erase 3 outs on the board. The 0-2 in from Coros. Fastball got him swinging, strike 3. 4 strikeouts now for Koros, given back-to-back Ks going back to the end of the second inning. Sandoval goes down swing, and Sinbad Apodaca now digs in here with one away in the top of the third inning for the pitcher batting in the cleanup spot. 0 for 1, a fly out to right in his opening at-bat. And the first pitch to Apodaca is fouled back for strike 1. Koros doing a great job keeping the batters for the Bulldogs off balance. 4 strikeouts and only 2 hits. But unfortunately, that error back in the first inning afforded 2 runs of the 3. Curveball taken to second on the hop. Diaz fields it cleanly, whips it over to Martin at first for out number 2. Great play by Diaz on the short hop. Retires Apodaca. With 2 away now, Juan Perez in the 5th hole will step in. Perez 0 for 1, grounded out to Diaz at second his last time up. Trying to avoid the 1-2-3 inning. Koros delivers the first pitch, missing low and away for ball 1. Here in the third, we have not had a 1-2-3 inning on either side. Koros trying to change that here. Quickly delivers the 1-0. Missing in the same spot as the first pitch. 2 balls and no strikes now to Perez. 2 away here in the third inning at Petco Park. Shadows begin to grow long as the sun continues to set. Plenty of fans, though, out in the right center field park watching the festivities. From afar, the 2-0, a big swing, but the ball is foul tipped back about 30 rows deep behind home plate. 2 balls and a strike now to Perez. 2 away here in the top of the third inning in a 3-3 ball game. Koros peers and fires the 2-1. Fastball in on the hands. Toes the first base line. Martin is there at first. Takes it himself for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning for Koros. He retires the Bulldogs in short order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. 3-3 tie as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Aguilar, Martinez, and Cruz due up when we return in a moment from Petco. You're listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section baseball game of the day, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union and State Farm.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here in the bottom of the third inning, Jonathan Rifkin on the call with you. 3-3 score between the Calexico Bulldogs and the Central Union Spartans. As we hit the bottom of the third inning, Moises Aguilar leads things off here for Central Union and takes a first pitch strike by Sinbad Apodaca on the outside corner for strike 1. Aguilar is 1 for 1 today. Had that RBI double to kick off the Central Union scoring. Back in the first, takes one high and deep to right field. Navarro with room, but it goes over his head. Good for extra bases. Rounding second, making a play for third is Aguilar. His helmet comes off, he dives into third, and he's safe with a triple. Moises Aguilar just punched the nitrous button in between second and third and just legged it out. A leadoff triple for Central Union gives the go-ahead run an opportunity to score 90 feet away as Brian Martin, who's 0 for 1 today but reached on an error, the lefty steps in here in the cleanup spot. Nobody out, runner at third. Apodaca trying to stave off the big hit. First pitch popped up into foul territory. Reyes out of third has room, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Brian Martin goes down quietly here. One pitch pop-up into foul territory to the third baseman, Aiden Reyes. And over at third, Moises Aguilar stays put. He has a single or a double and a triple now. Trying to make the most of his reps here at Petco Park. Runner at first or third now. Nobody out, one out. And Jesus De La Cruz stepping in. First pitch to him is a fastball outside, ball one. De La Cruz is 0 for 0. He drew a walk in his opening at-bat. Was stranded, though, thereafter. Apodaca has a runner at third and one away. The 1-0 popped up. Well out of play and into the second row. We have yet to see more than one. We've only seen one ball get up to the third deck between the 6 games so far. We'll see here if Central Union or Calexico can get one up there. It's so hard to hit it that high, even with a metal bat. The 1-1 curveball stays upstairs for ball 2 here. It's De La Cruz. 2 balls and a strike here to the third baseman with a prime opportunity to drive in the go-ahead run 90 feet away in the form of Moises Aguilar. Apodaca toes the rubber, fires in the 2-1. It's a pitch in the dirt. A big swing and a miss by De La Cruz, sort of like those Vladimir Guerrero swings at pitches in the dirt. Misses all of it to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here with a runner on third and 1 out. And Apodaca not worrying about Aguilar over at third, just focusing on this at-bat. Was able to retire Martin on 1 pitch. Trying to strike out De La Cruz here. The 2-2. A balk is called, and coming in and scoring is Aguilar. Apodaca balks in the go-ahead run, and it's 4-3 Spartans. The second balk of the game, and it comes at an inopportune time. If there was ever an inopportune time for a balk to happen. And finally, De La Cruz goes down looking on strikes. The first strikeout of the game for Apodaca, but I have a feeling it's a bit lackluster because the prior pitch was a balk that scored Aguilar. So 2 outs now, nobody on the bases, but Aguilar came in and scored. It's a 4-3 ball game. Spartans lead the Bulldogs. They have 2 hits and an error. 3 hits and an error for the Bulldogs. First pitch to Skylar Cook is in there for strike 1. Cook on the day, 1 for 1. Got 2 RBIs, rather 0 for 1. Got 2 RBIs, hitting into a fielder's choice. Back in the first inning, swings and misses at a high fastball for strike 2. Apodaca now 40 pitches, 27 strikes, 13 balls here in the bottom of the third inning. All 4 runs have been earned. Roxon fires the 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. Give Apodaca 2 on the day. But a run does come around the score. 1 run on the triple by Moises Aguilar has Central Union up top. No errors and no men left on base. We are through 3 full here from Petco Park. To the top of the 4th we go. Spartans lead the Bulldogs 4-3, and more to come in a moment. Back here at Petco, new pitcher on the mound for Central is Jordan Reed, number 12. He'll end the day here for Calexico's Andres Coros, who goes 3 innings. 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Not a bad outing for Andres Coros, but now it'll be up to the senior Jordan Reed, the 6'6", 220-pound pitcher, utilizing all of that length to try and keep Calexico at bay and keep the lead intact here for Central Union. They're up 4-3. The scoreboard is all out of sorts here at Petco Park. How crazy would it be that for a bunch of high school games, the scoreboard broke, but they're able to fix it. Here we go. The wonderful staff here at Petco working diligently to make sure all the aesthetics are in play for the student athletes who make the trip out here. Aiden Reyes will lead things off here. He'll be the first batter that Jordan Reed faces. No, not Jordan Reed, the tight end, who I believe is now on the LA Chargers. But Jordan Reed, the 6'6" right-handed pitcher for Central Union. With a 4-3 lead intact, he'll face Aiden Reyes, 1-for-1 with a single, a run scored, and a stolen base. Reed fires in the first pitch. It misses low and away for ball 1. 3 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Calexico Bulldogs. 4 runs, 2 hits, and an error for the Spartans here. As we hit the latter half of this game, this is where the game starts to slow down, folks. 50 minutes into it, the 4th inning for all of these games typically marks the beginning of what is a crazy rigmarole through the end. And the pitch from Reed bouncing outside to bring the count to 2-0. Pitch called a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now. Reyes laid off of it, hoping to get a favorable 3-0 count. Instead, he's facing a 2-1 count now with nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Reed quickly delivers the 2-1. Fastball launched to right field. Perez makes a run on it, has space, and makes the catch for out number 1. Well hit ball by Reyes. He goes opposite field. Perez gets a great jump on it and secures out number 1 here in the 4th inning. Nick Navarro now steps in 0-for-1. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. The second of the eventual 4 strikeouts for Andres Coros. Jordan Reed now looking to retire him with 1 away here in the 4th. Fires in the 0-0. Fastball taken at the belt for strike 1. The 6'6" Jordan Reed with a really long stride. You can tell the velocity that he's able to produce with his frame, using all 6'6" of himself to launch that ball out of his arm. Delivers the 0-1. I believe it was a half-hearted swing. They're saying he went around, and it's strike 2 to Navarro. Aaron Plazola waiting on deck in the hole. Jose Sanchez 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. 4-3 ball game. Calexico playing catch-up. They scored first in the 1st inning, but the Spartans scored 3 in the 1st and 1 in the 3rd. Calexico was able to get 2 in the top of the 2nd as well. 4-3 is our score. Navarro takes a high fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right fielder. Reed toes the rubber. He rocks and fires the 1-2 in. Navarro able to make contact on the 1-2 and stay alive here as he fouls it towards the 3rd base dugout. We'll do it again. Reed, 6 pitches in, facing his 2nd batter here of the relief appearance. 5 strikes, 1 ball. Not too shabby. The right-hander delivers the 1-2, and it hits the elbow of Navarro. So Reed had a favorable 1-2 count, went for the inside fastball. Navarro didn't even make an attempt to stave out of the way of that, and that's the 3rd hit batter that we've had here today. Elijah Perez on the other side for Central Union got hit twice. So Navarro's over at first. We're going to see a pinch runner, I believe, come in here for Calexico. And it'll be number 11, who is not on the roster. I love these games. Aaron Pulazola steps in 0-for-0 with a run, a stolen base, and a walk. Pinch runner at first. One away here. Double play depth in the middle infield. Diaz and Ortiz at second and short, respectively. First pitch bunt is down for Plazola, but it goes foul for strike one. Aaron Plazola playing left field today in the 8th spot, in a prime opportunity here, trying to advance the runner from first to second, but with one out. I understand the intent here to bunt him over, but with two away and a runner on second, Jose Sanchez did single back in the second, so you could set him up for another RBI opportunity, or you can give Plazola the green light to swing away as third baseman Jesus De La Cruz is playing in on the line, expecting the bunt. Runner on first, one out here, 1-0 pitch is fired in by Reed. Runner goes, pitch misses low, no throw is made. And now we have a runner at second with only one out and a 2-1 count, 2-0 count to Plazola, excuse me. And that's sort of the point here that I was making is you don't want to eliminate the batter by way of a sacrifice with one out. I like the idea to steal here instead, and it works to perfection. Runner on second, one away, 2-0 count to Plazola. Reed fires it in. It's a one-hopper to short. On the move is Ortiz. Fires it over the first to nab Plazola by a step, and on the advancement from second to third, the Bulldogs have a runner now 90 feet away from scoring. That would be the tying run. They trail 4-3 here in the top of the fourth. Nice play by Ortiz over at short, and Jose Sanchez now steps in 1-for-1 with an RBI and a stolen base, was stranded on third back in the second inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Bulldogs. 4 runs, 2 hits, an error for the Spartans. Game-tying run 90 feet away. Sanchez trying to draw him in. Jordan Reed deals a fastball taken on the inside corner for strike one to begin the Jose Sanchez at-bat here with 2 away. Sanchez, the 9 batter in the lineup. Order will flip back to Jonathan Mercado waiting on deck. The 0-1 from Reed. In on the hands for ball one. Good take from Plazola. As we begin to hit late afternoon hours at the ballpark. Sanchez digs into the right-handed batter's box. The 1-1 from Reed. Another fastball remaining upstairs. 2 balls and a strike here to Sanchez. Reed has been trying to elevate his fastballs, but he hasn't been able to find the top part of the zone. Sanchez wisely lays off, finds himself ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Runner on second. Runner on third, 2 away here. The 2-1 from Reed. And a half-hearted swing by Sanchez bats it back down off the plate to even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Twos across the board now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here. Runner on third in a 4-3 ball game. Calexico trying to tie this thing up here in the top of the 4th inning. Reed trying to get out of this unscathed here in the 4th in his first inning of work. Fires in the 2-2 curveball. Just missing inside, and now we have a full count to Sanchez. So a 3-2 count here to Jose Sanchez with a runner on third in a 4-3 ball game. Reed trying to get out of the 4th unscathed. He toes the rubber. Pearson fires. Pitch number 6 of the at-bat and misses up and in for ball 4. And Sanchez draws a full count, 2-out walk to bring runners at the corners with 2 away for Jonathan Mercado back at the top of the order. And no, we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Calexico. It's going to be number 25. Andre Valdez will pinch it here for Mercado. First walk here for Jordan Reed given up on the day. And remember, at Petco Park, coach is trying to get as many players out there as possible. Give these athletes an opportunity to play on this field. First pitch is taken for strike one to Valdez. On the catcher's indifference, Jose Sanchez advances to second. Runners on second and third now, 2 away, and an 0-1 count to Valdez. We'll see if he takes first base in place of Mercado. The 0-1 from Reed. Valdez had to turn away from it. It was near his shoulder and misses inside for ball 1. 1-1 count, runners on second and third. Nobody around here in 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning, 4-3 ball game. Jordan Reed, the second pitcher of the afternoon here for the Spartans of Central Union, trying to get out of the inning. The 1-1, a big hack and a miss for strike two. Gets away from Monroy behind the plate, but he's able to quickly track it down. Runner at third, runner at second. 2 away here, 1-2 count. Reed looking for his first strikeout of the day, and it would be a big one. Fires the 1-2 upstairs. Great job from Monroy to get out of his crouch and stab that baseball out of the air, avoiding a wild pitch and perhaps an advancement from third home on the run. 4-3 lead still intact here for Central Union. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 2 on in second and third in a 1-1 run ball game. Jordan Reed ready to go. Roxon fires the 2-2. And Valdez able to get a handle on it, but foul it back, and he stays alive to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reed has worked hard in this inning. 21 pitches, 11 strikes, 10 balls. Now his 5th batter faced. Trying to get rid of the Bulldogs' threat here. The 2-2 in from Reed. Fastball, swung and a miss, strike 3, and the threat is neutralized. First strikeout on the day for Jordan Reed. Sanchez is stranded at second. Sandoval is stranded on third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for Calexico. The Spartans remain in the lead 4-3. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Dominic Diaz, Alex Monroy, Ralph Solano. The 7, 8, and 9 spots respectively due up when we return from Petco. You are listening to the Prep Insiders CIF San Diego section baseball game of the day, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union and State Farm. Back here at Petco for the bottom of the 4th inning, 4-3 score. Calexico trails Central. Dominic Diaz takes the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th to straightaway center. Juan Perez is there to make the out. And Apodaca back on the mound for his 4th inning of work, records out number 1 via a 1-pitch fly out to center. Dominic Diaz now 0 for 2 on the day. He grounded out to second his opening time up. Alex Monroy steps in the 8th spot. Also grounded to second his first time up, 0 for 1. First pitch to him, right down Main Street for strike 1. Sinbad Apodaca has pitched very well here today. 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 are earned, 2 strikeouts, no walks. He's settling in now. And deals a 0-1 curveball taken on the inside corner for strike 2. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Bulldogs. 4 runs, 2 hits, an error for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 away, curveball catching the bottom of the corner. Called strike 3. Monroy goes down looking on 3 straight pitches. Strikeout number 3 for Apodaca. And that's out number 2. 4 pitches in here to the 4th inning. And Sinbad Apodaca has recorded 2 quick outs. Ralph Solano in the 9th spot stepping in now. Grounded out to Jose Sanchez at second, his first time up. By the way, Valdez over at first. And we have a pinch hitter as the first pitch misses low and away for ball 1 for Central. It's David Negos coming in here for Ralph Solano. So Negos in the 9 hole, watches a 1-0 fastball cross the plate for strike 1. Solano ends his day, at least thus far, 0 for 1 with the ground out to second. Eagles looking to keep the inning going here for the Spartans with 2 away. A 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off the glove of Sandoval. And we'll do it again. This time, 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Negos. Elijah Perez back at the top of the order waiting on deck. We'll see if we even get to him. The 1-2 count and 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Spartans lead the Bulldogs 4-3 at Petco. Apodaca delivers the 1-2. Changeup got him swinging. Strike 3. 4 strikeouts on the day, including back-to-back strikeouts here in the 4th and the 4th inning. Central Union leads 4-3. To the 5th we go in a 1-run ball game. It'll be Hernandez, Sandoval, and Apodaca due up for Calexico when we return. You're listening to the Prep Insider, CIF San Diego section baseball game of the day, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union and State Farm. Back from Petco Park in a moment. 4-3. Calexico trails Central Union.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Petco in the top of the 5th inning, 4-3 ball game. Central Union leads Calexico. Angel Hernandez begins the inning here for Calexico. Jordan Reed back on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. First pitch was a fastball missing away. Second pitch is a fastball taken upstairs for ball 2. 12 strikes, 12 balls, 24 pitches for Reed. Now in his 2nd inning of work, came in to begin the 4th. Had a walk and a strikeout, hit a batter as well. The 2-0 pitch missing inside, ball 3. And Angel Hernandez, who's 1 for 2 today with a run scored, a single, and 3 stolen bases, has drawn a 3-0 count here to open up the top of the 5th. A 3-0 win from Reed. Fastball in on the hands, ball 4. And Hernandez draws a 4-pitch walk to begin the 5th inning here. For the Bulldogs, he represents the game-tying run as Calexico trails 4-3 to Central Union here in the top of the 5th inning from Petco Park. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Bulldogs. 4 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Spartans. Immediately, Sandoval comes in, shows bunt, pulls it back, tries to take a cut. And I actually think that he may have caught the glove of the catcher, Monroy. That'll tip the pitch off for strike 1, by the way. Runner at first is Hernandez. Represents the game-tying run. The go-ahead run is the batter at the plate, Ruben Sandoval. Sandoval's 0 for 1 today. Walked in the 1st, was stranded on 2nd thereafter. Struck out swinging in the 3rd. And over at first, Hernandez has a ton of speed. You have to make sure if you're Central Union, you pay attention to him. Jordan Reed, last inning, had Sandoval over at first and consistently tried to pick him off, not necessarily to record the out, but to keep him close. And I assume that that's the idea here with Hernandez over at first. Middle infield, Diaz and Ortiz discussing the double play opportunity. And now the meeting breaks and we're ready to go. No balls and a strike here to Ruben Sandoval. Angel Hernandez at first. Nobody out here in a 4-3 ball game in the top of the 5th inning. Reed checks the runner at first. Bunt is being shown by Sandoval. The 0-1 pitch is a foul ball towards the first base bag. It's caught out of the air by Martin, and he's able to double off Hernandez and record the double play. Hernandez took off to second when the bunt went down. It was popped up down the first base line, and Martin is able to record the L3 unassisted 3 double play. Love it from the first baseman. And now with 2 outs, that'll bring up Sinbad Apodaca, the pitcher 0 for 2 today in the cleanup spot. First pitch is a waving strike and a miss. 0-1 the count here to Apodaca. Flew out to right, grounded out to second in his 2 trips. Quick 2 outs here in a 5-3 ball game, and Jordan Reed is rolling. Toes the rubber, rocks and fires the 0-1 pitch. Curveball in on the hands is a jam shot down the first base line, but ultimately foul for strike 2. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Bulldogs. 4 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Spartans here. Central Union in control of this one through 4. And they have 2 outs up on the board in the top of the 5th. Base paths cleared. Apodaca trying to stay alive here, down in the count 0-2. Reed delivers. Fastball. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And Apodaca is retired to end the top of the 5th. 2 strikeouts on the day for Jordan Reed. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Bottom of the 5th is upon us. It'll be Elijah Perez, Angel Ortiz, and Moises Aguilera when we return from Petco Park. In a moment, 4-3, Spartans lead the Bulldogs. Spartans offensive hacks when we come back.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Petco. Sinbad Apodaca back out on the mound for his 5th inning of work. His team trails 4-3. Central Union is up and back on the offensive side of the ball. They'll have Elijah Perez, Angel Ortiz, and Moises Aguilera due up here. The 1, 2, and 3 batters. Apodaca has been hit by a pitch twice today. He's 0 for 0 with a run scored. Angel Ortiz is 0 for 2, and Moises Aguilera is 2 for 2. So between the 1, 2, and 3 batters, Central Union is 2 for 4 with 2 hit batters, a double, a triple, 2 runs scored, a pop out, and a ground out. So 50%. Or batting .500 in baseball terms for the top 3 batters here today. It's a pretty good stat for Central Union as they try to capitalize on their 4-3 lead here. Sinbad Apodaca back out there. Valdez at first, Sanchez at second, Angel Hernandez at short, Aiden Reyes at third, behind the dish is Sandoval. Aaron Plazola is in left field. Juan Perez in center, Nick Navarro in right. That's the field for you here for the Calexico Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th inning. The lefty Elijah Perez steps in. Sinbad Apodaca ready. His 50th pitch of the ball game is cut on and in between first and second into right field for a single. Elijah Perez. And actually, Angel Ortiz is the leadoff batter, and he singles over to first base to lead things off here in the inning. No, I was right. That was Elijah Perez. The PA man was wrong here. So Perez is on first. Angel Ortiz is now on. He takes a first pitch ball in the inside corner. 1-0 to him. I knew I was right, folks. Apodaca gives up his third hit of the day. 4 runs have crossed the plate, 3 earned for Central Union. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball cut and a miss by Ortiz for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A 1-1 count. Moises Aguilar waiting on. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a triple, 2 runs scored in the 3-hole. 1-1 pitch, runner goes to foul tip down the third base line and out of play. Perez will stride back to first base. Ortiz has a 1-2 count up on the board. And quickly Apodaca working. Looks Perez over at first, toes the rubber, rocks and fires the 1-2. It's a curveball, gets away from Sandoval, and on the wild pitch, Perez takes second. Good eye by Ortiz to stay away from it. Sandoval couldn't get to it, and Perez is awarded second base on the wild pitch. Runner in scoring position, nobody out now for the Spartans, up 4-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Angel Ortiz. The 2-2 up and away, ball 3, and Ortiz takes 2 straight balls to bring the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody away here in the bottom of the 5th inning with a runner on second. Calexico trying to keep the damage as limited as possible. The payoff pitch is an outside curveball taken for ball 4. Not exactly sure why the curveball was the ideal pitch to throw there with a full count, but now runners on first and second. The first walk given up by Apodaca today, and there'll be a conversation to be had on the mound. The entire infield coming in now, and we'll see if Apodaca's day is done. 56 pitches have been thrown for him, 38 for strikes, 18 for balls. He's done 5 innings of work, 4 strikeouts, a walk, 3 earned runs, 4 total, and 3 hits so far to his day. I do not think they're going to pull him. Looks like just a conversation here with nobody out and the bases occupied at first and second. And the most dangerous batter of the Central Union lineup stepping in now, Moises Aguilar, 2 for 2 today. A double and a triple, 2 runs scored. He's accounted for 2 of the 3 hits for the Spartans and half of the runs scored as well. Actually, he's accounted for 3 of the 4 runs because he has an RBI as well to his total. So 2 runs scored, an RBI on a 2 for 2 day for Moises Aguilar. And perhaps now in the most important spot of his day. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out. And Central Union would love nothing more than to increase their 4-3 lead. First pitch from Apodaca glides in there, taken for strike 1 over the heart of the plate. The 0-1. Curveball missing upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike to Aguilar. DHing in today's game. Brian Martin Jr. waiting on deck. 1-1 count, nobody out, 2 on. Apodaca delivers. Curveball missing inside. 2 balls and a strike. Good eye by Aguilar to stave off. Both these teams in the middle of Imperial Valley League play. Calexico sitting in 5th at 2-6 in league play. Runner goes, 2-1, pitches in there for a strike. And the double steal is good. Perez able to swipe third, and he beats the throw. And from first to second goes Ortiz. 3 balls and a strike to Aguilar now. But nobody out, and runners on second and third. A gutsy call to double steal, but it works to perfection for Central Union. Up 4-3 here. The 3-1 pitch from Apodaca misses outside. Ball 4. Moises Aguilar walks to load up the bases. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Brian Martin Jr. Today 0 for 2. Reached on an error, has a run scored, popped up into foul territory to third base in the 3rd inning. Central Union, by the way, is 6 at 2-6 in the Imperial Valley. So both these teams 2-6 in the Imperial Valley, looking to get a 1-game edge on the other. And the first pitch to Brian Martin paints the inside corner for strike 1. Perez at third, Ortiz at second, Aguilar at first, and Martin in the left-handed batter's box. Facing the righty, Sinbad Apodaca, who delivers the 0-1 pitch. It hits the right knee of Martin, and that's going to walk in a run. Perez scores on the hit by pitch. Ortiz goes to third, Aguilar to second, Martin over at first. The third hit batsman today by Apodaca. Hit Elijah Perez twice. Only one hit in the inning. Back-to-back walks and a hit by a pitch. Bases remain loaded. 5-3 is the score now. Central Union adds on to their total here, up by 2. And now I believe we will have a pinch hitter in the 5th spot. We will. Dela Cruz will be pinch hit here by Central. It'll be Jack Perez. So Jack Perez will be the pinch hitter, but now a conversation on the mound with Apodaca. We'll see if his day's done for Calexico. The bases are loaded with nobody out, and 1 run has crossed the plate. Here in the inning, 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Spartans. 3 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Bulldogs. We're going to have a pitching change. I believe it'll be Valdez who comes in here for Calexico. So we will step aside for a break. When we return, the bases loaded, nobody out here for Central Union, up 5-3 in the bottom of the 7th. On the bottom of the 5th, excuse me. We'll return in a moment here from Petco.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Petco, Jonathan Rifkin with you on the call. We have a pinch hitter and a pinch runner. Jack Perez will come in as the pinch hitter in place of Jesus Dela Cruz, the third baseman. Dela Cruz goes 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout to his day. Jack Perez, the lefty, will step in. He'll face a new pitcher in Valdez, who moves from first to the pitching mound. And he'll swap places with Sinbad Apodaca, who goes from the mound over to first. Other than that, here for the Bulldogs, Field Hernandez still at short, Sandoval behind the dish. Perez in center, Reyes at third, Navarro in right, Plazola in left, and Sanchez at second. So the rest of the field remains the same for Calexico, trailing 5-3 and in danger of giving up a few more runs. Bases loaded, nobody away, 1 around in the inning, and Jack Perez, the speedy left-hander, steps in here in the 5th spot. Brian Martin at first, Jesus Aguilera at second, Angel Ortiz at third. Elijah Perez has already been walked in to score. First pitch to Jack Perez is fouled down the third base line and foul for strike 1. Bottom of the 5th inning, Central Union, the designated home team, up 5-3. We've had 3 straight walk-offs going back to last night here at Petco Park, including 2 today. Central Union trying to avoid the motif and just get up early. Bunt is down on the suicide squeeze. Perez can't beat the throw. Run comes in, and now a pickle. And another run comes in that scores as the throw is over the glove of Sandoval at home. The suicide squeeze works to perfection. Ortiz came in and scored. And then Jesus Aguilar got caught between third and home. And the throw by Apodaca from first went through the glove of Sandoval home. It scored Aguilar, and it's 6-3 now, Spartans. It's a sack RBI 1-3 putout. And over at third now goes Brian Martin, 7-3. Central Union leads. Skylar Cook steps in, swings and misses at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 today. Fielder's choice, 2 RBI back in the first, stole second. Struck out in the third. Valdez rocks and fires. The 0-1 ripped in the shallow center field. That drops for an RBI single. Brian Martin comes in to score. Over at first is Skylar Cook. And Central Union leads 8-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. All runs are earned to Simbad Apodaca. Of the 8 that have crossed the plate, he has 7 earned. And now the rest of the runners that may score will be accredited to Valdez. Pinch runner coming in place of Skylar Cook for Central Union is number 9, Seth Johnson. Dominique Diaz now ready to go here for the Spartans in the 8th spot. 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging, flew out to center in his 2 trips. 4 runs have come around in the inning on only 1 hit, believe it or not. Runner on first, only 1 out. Valdez delivers the 0-1. Popped up to right field. It's playable for Navarro, and it's going to just drop fair in front of Navarro. And over at second safely goes Johnson. Diaz is on with a bloop single. Runners on first and second with only 1 out here, and the 5th inning continues to be a struggle for the Calexico pitchers. Back-to-back singles now. Skylar Cook, Dominique Diaz, runners on first and second, and Alex Monroy will check in here. The catcher 0 for 2 in the 8th spot. Ground out to second, struck out looking in the 4th to his day so far, with a prime opportunity to turn things around with runners on first and second and 1 away. Valdez checks second, toes the rubber with only 1 out. He would love a double play. He fires the first pitch, a strike right down Broadway, taken, 0-1 the count. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for the Bulldogs. 8 runs, 5 hits, an error for the Spartans. But 3 hit batters and 2 walks in the inning have really allowed the Spartans to rally. The 0-1 driven to left field. Plazola, though, able to get under it and secure the out for out number 2. Johnson stays put at second. Diaz stays over at first. And now the 9th batter of the inning in Solano. Ralph Solano will step in here. Was pinch hit for last time by Negos, who struck out. Solano's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second back in the 2nd inning. Runners on first and second. 4 around in the inning. 2 away here. Valdez just trying to get out of it. Checks the runner at second and fires. No, he's going to try a pickoff. And the ball actually hits Johnson as he slides back to second. It looks like he's okay. Valdez toes the rubber. He's thrown 7 pitches, all for strikes. But he's also given up 2 hits. Deals the 0-1. Big swing and a miss by Solano for strike 1. 4 runs around in the inning on 2 hits. No errors, 2 on base so far. 2 away, the 0-1. A jam shot to short. Hernandez able to nab it out of the air for out number 3. 9 batters come and go here in the 5th inning. And Central Union piles it on. 4 runs, 2 hits, no errors. They strand 2 on base. They lead Calexico 8-3 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Juan Perez, Aiden Reyes, and Nick Navarro. 5, 6, and 7. 2 up for Calexico when we return from Petco Park in a moment. You're listening to the Prep Insiders, CIF San Diego Section Baseball Games of the Day, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Petco, want to take a moment to specially thank one of our premier sponsors, State Farm, for great service and surprisingly great rates. Hit up my boy Ronald Wang, 858-484-1297 up in the Rancho Penasquitos area for all of your insurance and future financial needs. Special thanks to State Farm and all of our premier partners here on the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section stream. Sixth and final game over the Friday and Saturday series here at Petco Park. Torrey Pines took on Sage Creek in Game 1. Game 2 went to Patrick Henry. They shut out Bishops 8-0. Game 3 was a Francis Parker walk-off against Mira Mesa. And then here today, the game got started with a Pacific Ridge walk-off. They won 1-0 against the Rock Academy in 7. And then the Point Loma Scripps Ranch game, Scripps Ranch walked off to win 4-3 in 7. Jordan Reed back out there facing Juan Perez. Perez 0 for 2 out of the 5th spot. And actually, we have a pinch hitter. It's Esquire, who takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Reed comes back, deals a fastball, missing low for ball 2. Calexico with some ground to make up. Down 8-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. David Esquire, 5'6", 140-pound junior utility player, can pitch and also play in the outfield. And this is the time in the game where coaches want to put in as many warm bodies as possible and get these student athletes as much of an opportunity to play on the field of Petco as possible. The 2-0 fastball missing low and away, and Esquire has worked his way into a pinch hit 3-0 count here to start off the 6th inning. 8 runs, 5 hits, and error for Central Union. 3 runs, 3 hits, and error for Calexico here. In the waning hours of the ball game, shadows get long. 4 straight balls thrown to Esquire, and he's on first base to lead things off here. In the Calexico half of the 6th inning, 3 walks given up by Reed. He does have 2 strikeouts now going into his 3rd inning of work. And Aiden Reyes will dig in here. Second batter of the inning, batting in the 6th hole. 1 for 2 today, a single and a stolen base in the 2nd. Came around to score. Flew out to right in the 1st. First pitch taken right at the belt for strike 1. 36 pitches for Reed now through 3 innings. 18 strikes, 18 balls. I guess you can call that consistency, though, for him. I think he'd rather have 36 strikes and no balls. 0-1 pitch missing low and away for ball 1. But, of course, balls are really important. How else are you going to keep batters off balance if you miss the strike zone here and there purposefully? If every pitch was a strike, then these batters would swing at everything. Runner on first here. 1-1 count, nobody out, top of the 6th. Reed deals a fastball catching the inside corner. Reyes thought it was too far inside, but it's called a strike nonetheless. A ball and 2 strikes now here to Reyes. Middle infield ready for the double play. Ortiz at short, Diaz at 2nd. Dela Cruz back at 3rd. The 1-2 is a swing, and did he really miss? I thought he foul tipped it. And no, they're going to say that it was a miss and the ball got away from Monroy. So from 2nd, or over at 2nd goes Esquire. And Esquire is actually allowed to stay at 2nd. No, if the ball's foul, then you can't stay at 2nd. Oh, they're calling a batter's interference here. So Esquire's safe at 2nd, but Reyes is sent down on the batter's interference. So that's going to bring in Lopez now, the pinch hitter here in the 7th spot. Takes a first pitch ball low and inside. Lopez getting his first looks here today with a runner on 2nd and 1 out now. Reed delivers the 1-0 fastball well above the head, past the glove of Monroy, and over from 2nd to 3rd on the wild pitch goes Esquire. Runner now at 3rd here for the Bulldogs. Nobody, or rather 1 out. In the top of the 6th inning, though, they have some more ground to make up. They trail 8-3. And now a timeout is called, and there will be a meeting on the mound. During the meeting, we'll step aside for a quick break here in the 6th inning. Runner at third, one out here, and a 2-0 count to Lopez when we return at Petco Park. 8-3, Spartans lead the Bulldogs. Back for more in a moment on the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section baseball game of the day.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So a couple of changes in the field here for Central Union. Out there in left, Valladolid comes in, and Solano will come and take a seat. I assume that Solano is going to be the next pitcher that they're warming up, which is why the fielding switch happened. Out of the meeting, the 2-0 pitch is up and in for ball 3 to Lopez, and Jordan Reed, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, no hits in his 3rd inning of work, trying to get out of the jam. The 3-0 pitch bounces in the dirt for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk brings Lopez over to first. The 2nd walk in the inning. Esker walked. He's over at 3rd. That brings runners at the corners now with only 1 out. And Aaron Plazola stepping in. Plazola 0 for 1 on the day. Walked back in the 2nd. Scored a run. Also grounded to short in the 4th. Runners at the corners. 1 away. 8-3 score. Reed fires a fastball. Taken at the belt for strike 1. Jose Sanchez waiting on deck. Middle infield eager for that double play ball to get out of the jam. With runners at the corners. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for Calexico. 8 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Spartans. The 0-1 is cracked to short. Routine double play. Ortiz to Diaz for 1. The turn to 2. It's not in time. Coming in and scoring is Esker. And Calexico is able to cut into the lead here. Now they trail 8-4. The force out was made at 2nd on the fielder's choice, and Plazola is over at 1st. Fielder's choice 6-5. Diaz was slow on the turn to 1st. Plazola turned the nitrous button on and was able to jet across the first base bag to beat the throw. Jose Sanchez now steps in, takes the first pitch to center field. Cook, though, is under it. Strides forward and makes the catch for out number 3. 1 run scores on no hits, no errors, rather 1 error in the inning. And 1 left on base. We are through 5.5 here from Petco to the bottom of the 6th we go. It's 8-4. Central Union leads Calexico. They have the 9, 1, and 2 spots due up when we return from Petco in a moment. You're listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section baseball game of the day, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union and State Farm.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Petco, Jonathan Rifkin on the call with you. Bottom of the 6th inning. And we should have a pinch hitter, Anthony Valladolid, to lead things off here. He came in. And actually, it looks like Seth Johnson is going to pinch hit here to begin the Central Union half of the 6th inning. They lead 8-4 over Calexico. This is an Imperial Valley League game. Both these teams vying for the 4th spot in Imperial Valley League play. They'll finish up the back end of their doubleheader on Tuesday back in Calexico. Llamas is the new pitcher out there for Calexico. Orlando Llamas, the 6'1 sophomore, coming in place of Valdez. Valdez goes 1 inning, gives up 2 hits, no runs. No walks and no strikeouts. And for Central, it'll be Elijah Perez. Back at the top of the order, Elijah Perez will lead things off here in the Central Union half of the sixth. He's 1 for 1 today, 2 runs scored, was hit by 2 pitches, also stole 2 bases. The leadoff hitter trying to add on to the Central Union total here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Swings and misses at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Llamas getting an appearance here, his 5th of the season. Sub 4 ERA, deals a fastball. Perez was out in front of it for strike 2. 4 runs, 3 hits, an error for Calexico. 8 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Central Union here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody out, 0-2 count. Llamas peers and fires to Perez. Changeup buried in the dirt for ball 1. Beautiful late afternoon here from Petco Park. The 1-2. Line down the third base line, but drifting foul and out of play. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Slider got him swinging. Strike 3. Beautiful pitch from Llamas. Retires Perez on 4 pitches. And a forward K to begin the bottom of the 6th here for the Bulldogs pitcher. Angel Ortiz now steps in here. The lefty in the 2-hole, 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Has scored a run and stolen second as well. Watches the first pitch. Bounce in the dirt for ball 1. Shadow now covering all the way to second base. It really cuts the field in half as we get into the latter part of this day. The 1-0 pitch bounces behind the batter Ortiz, and it hits him off the ground, and they'll award him first base. So a hit by pitch puts Ortiz over at first. He already has a stolen base today, not the guy that you want to see on the base paths if you're the Bulldogs. And that'll bring up the dangerous bat of Moises Aguilar in the 3rd spot. Today, 2 for 2. He has a triple, a double, a walk, an RBI, and 3 runs scored. Electric in the 3-hole. First pitch, a fastball taken at the knees for strike 1. Nice pop in the glove from Llamas. Central Union got 1 run in the 1st and 2 in the 2nd. They got 1 in the 6th. Spartans got 3 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 5th. They lead 8-4. The 0-1 pitch misses in the dirt. The throw to second as the steal is on for Ortiz is not in time, and he's in there with a stolen base, his 2nd stolen base of the day. Runner at second now, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Aguilar. Righty on righty matchup. Llamas checks the runner at second. He rocks and fires the 1-1. Stays upstairs with the fastball. Good eye by Aguilar. Gives him a friendly count, 2 balls and a strike. 11 pitches in here for Llamas. Batter number 3 to his day. 5 strikes, 6 balls. And a 2-1 count on the board with 1 away and a runner on second. Delivers the 2-1. A waving swing and a miss by Aguilar on a pitch in the dirt for strike 2. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Calexico trying to limit the Spartans' opportunities here in the bottom half and try to get up in the top of the 7th to tie this thing up, trailing by 4. We saw it happen last night with Francis Parker. They were down by 4. They won in a walk-off fashion. The 2-2, a fastball, caught Aguilar sleeping, and it's called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Llamas. 2 outs on the board now. Ortiz at second. Brian Martin getting ready to dig in now. Martin 0 for 2 today, reached on an error in the 1st, came around to score. Popped out in foul territory to the 3rd baseman in the 3rd and was hit by a pitch in the 5th. He came in to score thereafter. Llamas gets the job done, and he will stride back to the dugout. And we'll have a new pitcher coming in here. I'll let you know who it is after the break. Pitching change. Llamas goes 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs. Does hit a batter, but gets 2 strikeouts as well. Runner on second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 8-4, Central Union up over Calexico. Back for more in a moment from Petco Park.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Brian Martin Jr. ready to go here with a runner on second and 1 away in the top of the 6th inning, rather the bottom of the 6th inning. And Calexico just trying to stave off any more damage done. Runner on second. Martin on the day, 0 for 2 with an RBI, 2 runs scored. Takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 in. Fastball waved at and missed. Strike 1 to Brian Martin. That was a home run swing. New pitcher, by the way, is Reed, coming in place of Llamas. And the 1-1 pitch fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Martin. Two away here, runner on second and a 1-2 count. Calexico trying to get out of it here. Get up to the top of the 7th, down by 4. The 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball. Martin out way in front of it for strike 3. So relief effort gets the job done. And the damage is limited to just a runner on second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Runner left in scoring position for Central Union. One more opportunity for Calexico to come back in this ball game. Trailing 8-4 as we head to the top of the 7th. You're listening to the Prep Insider, CIF San Diego section baseball game of the day, brought to you by Mission Fed and State Farm. 8-4. Bulldogs offensive hacks when we return from Petco Park.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ronald Wang in San Diego today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Top of the 7th inning. And what a day of baseball it has been. Game number 3 winding down to the top of the 7th we go. New pitcher out there is David Aguirre. Coming in for Jordan Reed, who goes 3 solid innings, no hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And Aguirre tasked here with closing things out for Central Union in the top of the 7th at Petco Park, up 8-4. And the dangerous Calexico top of the order is due up, but it looks like Llamas here for the Bulldogs will pinch hit in place of Mercado to begin the 7th inning. Aguirre ready to go. Llamas taking his warm-up, hacks on the on-deck circle. Eight runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Spartans. They've left 5 on base. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Bulldogs. They've also left 5 on base. A mountain to climb here. 4-run deficit. 1 more half inning for the Calexico Bulldogs to try and at least tie it here and force the bottom of the 7th inning. And Llamas is ready to go. Digs in here. And actually, it's Dominique Diaz. Just kidding. Let's try this again. Eric Corino comes in. So many different names being relayed to me. It is Corino stepping in place of Mercado. Watches a first pitch ball low and inside the zone. We do know for sure that it is Corino. I promise you. I'm not pulling your leg on this one. 1-0 count. Aguirre delivers. Really slow wind up. And then he just whips that arm around but misses upstairs with the fastball. 2 balls and no strikes now. New first baseman is Soto, by the way, here for the Spartans defensively. The 2-0 in. Fastball upstairs. Hacked at and missed strike 1 to Corino. Nice throw there from Aguirre. Not easy to place that high fastball, and when you're down in the count, Corino chose to take it. He would be up in the count 3-0. Instead, it's 2-1. Aguirre fires it in. Fastball paints the outside corner, called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Corino. Eric Corino trying to stay alive here as the leadoff batter in the top of the 7th for Calexico, trailing 8-4. Aguirre toes the rubber, rocks and fires the 2-2 pitch. Fastball waved at and foul tipped off the face mask of Monroy. And we'll do it again. Two balls and 2 strikes here for Aguirre. Sidesteps from the belt, delivers the 2-2, and it hits the face mask. And Corino was on first as a hit by pitch. The second time a Calexico Bulldog has been hit by a pitch. Nick Navarro got hit back in the 4th inning. The Spartans have been hit 3 times on their end. And now a pinch runner coming in here for Calexico. I'll let you know who that is when they relay the number to us here in a moment. Runner at first, nobody out here. 8-4 ball game. Calexico trying to chip away here in the top of the 7th. Angel Hernandez now steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, a run, and 3 stolen bases. First pitch misses upstairs to him, ball 1. Middle infield ready for the double play. Ortiz at short. Diaz at second. Aguirre ready, delivers the 1-0. A grounder to short. Ortiz makes the sliding grab to second for 1, and Diaz can't make the turn for 2. Nonetheless, though, a great stop by Angel Ortiz at second, gets the force out, and on the fielder's choice, 6-4. Angel Hernandez is over at first base with 1 away. Ruben Sandoval now, barring a pinch hitter, will step in. Aguirre's thrown 8 pitches through 2 batters now. 4 balls, 4 strikes, runner on first, 1 away here in the 8-4 ball game. Sandoval 0 for 2 on the day. A strikeout, a walk, and a ground out to his day. Watches a change of bounce in the dirt for ball 1. Sinbad Apodaca waiting on deck. Middle infield licking their chops for that double play ball once again. Trying to end this ball game. The 1-0 in from Aguirre. Rifles it in. Upstairs fastball. Sandoval stays away from it for ball 2. Our day started at 10 a.m. with Pacific Ridge taking on the Rock Academy. Continued onward at 1 with Point Loma taking on Scripps Ranch. And here, this game began at 4:12, hitting our 2-hour mark as the 2-0 pitch is popped back and out of play for strike 1. Yesterday, the games were at 1, 4, and 7. This is our 13th hour on air going back to 1 o'clock yesterday. And when I say our, I mean mine. I believe it was G-Easy that said me, myself, and I. And that has been the motto here on the Prep Insider stream. But how much fun has it been? And what a way for us to conclude festivities here at Petco. The 2-1 pitch is fouled back off the screen to bring the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Sandoval. 2-2 count, 1 out, runner on first. Here in the top of the 7th inning, 8 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Central. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Calexico Bulldogs. Aguirre ready. Rocks and fires. The 2-2 changeup got Sandoval swinging strike 3. First strikeout on the day for David Aguirre. Out number 2 on the board now, and Simbad Apodaca represents the last breath of hope here in the ballgame for Calexico. Apodaca in the cleanup spot, 0 for 3. Fly out, ground out, and a strikeout in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. He was also the starter, went 4 innings, had 4 strikeouts, but 7 earned runs. First pitch taken at the belt for strike 1. Hernandez at first. They're not even worried about him on the base paths now with 2 outs up on the board. Central just primarily focused on retiring Apodaca and getting out of here with the win. Aguirre ready. Comes set from the belt. Delivers the 0-1. Popped up down towards right field. Out of first base. Soto is there. He makes the catch. And the ball game is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 stranded on base. The final here from Petco Park. The Calexico Bulldogs lose 8-4 to the Central Spartans. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Game time is 1 hour and 58 minutes. What a ball game here from Petco. The winning pitcher, Jordan Reed. The losing pitcher, Simbad Apodaca. And Central ends our Petco Park extravaganza with a win. They strand 5 on base, 6 are stranded on base for Central. 8 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Central Union Spartans. Well, that will do it from Petco Park. It has been a wonderful 2 days. Thank you so much for sticking with us through all of it. For everybody who made our broadcast possible, all the wonderful people here at Petco Park for making sure that I am accommodated, from Joe Hines and Todd Creason, Ron Marquez in the CIF San Diego section office, the Prep Insider squad, Christian Pedersen, myself, Jonathan Rifkind, and all of us here. We cannot be more appreciative of each and every one of you for tuning in and sticking with us. 13 hours on the air, and what a weekend it has been. Torrey Pines beat Sage Creek in Game 1. Patrick Henry beat Bishops in Game 2. In Game 3 last night, we saw a walk-off by Francis Parker up over Mira Mesa. Earlier today, a barn burner, a 1-0 walk-off for Pacific Ridge over the Rock Academy. Scripps Ranch was able to down Point Loma in game number 2. And here in the 3rd and final game of the day, an 8-4 win for the Central Union Spartans. We'll stick around on social media, folks. Over the weekend, we'll get you our broadcasting schedule for next week. Before we hit postseason, it is going to be a blitz. But for everybody who made our broadcast possible, what a wonderful 2 days at Petco Park. The final here in the 6th and final game. The Spartans of Central Union down the Calexico Bulldogs 8-4. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. For everybody here at Prep Insider, my name is Jonathan Rifkin signing off. We will talk to you real soon. Once again, this has been a presentation of Prep Insider's CIF San Diego Section Baseball Game of the Day, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, State Farm, from Petco